One of my favorite topics to talk about is anti-aging, and I usually discuss it in terms of the health benefits and to a lesser extent the financial benefits. I think those are the two main impacts that anti-aging will have. But there are some social effects as well, some positive and some negative, and I thought I'd just discuss a few social effects that I've noticed in terms of my anti-aging. Well, the most positive part of it is I get to date girls that are much younger than me. I mean, at a intellectual level at least. On a physical level, we're about the same age. But I get more attempts at girls my age going forward, and also going back. I've had many years of attempts now, or experiences rather. I wouldn't call them attempts. But I've been able to date girls in their late teens, early 20s for many years now, and that's one positive. The other positive, I hate to call this a positive, but it works out in my favor, is that if I ever do anything stupid, it's easier for me to talk myself out of it. I'm naive. For example, when I was working on my PhD, I had a period of quite a period of time when I was homeless and living in my office, and sometimes stuff would just come up. Maybe I locked myself out of the office door and had to sleep outside on the couch, or it happens, and people would come question me, but I always talk myself out of it because I was young and naive. People probably thought I was an undergrad, or maybe even just a high school student coming here to visit. And it got to talk myself out of it. The main disadvantage is also that people think I'm naive. So if I'm ever negotiating something, actually, one good example was last year when I was buying a car. I bought a Honda Accord. Uh, the salesperson was trying to take advantage of me. And later on, when I went to test drive a car and I showed him my driver's license, I made sure to point at the date of birth. I mean, very clearly, because I really sensed that he was trying to take advantage of me that whole day. And later that evening, when I had picked out my car and I was calling my car insurance company, you gotta understand, this is a car dealership. It's very noisy. It's just very it's just somewhere you want to get out of quick. But I need to get the insurance, of course. Perhaps my voice also sounds very young. I can't really tell that. Well, obviously, the person selling me my car insurance knows my age, of course. But he probably sensed that I was young and naive. And the truth is, I wanted to get out of that car dealership. So he sold me a number of products I didn't need. I later on went home and changed some of the things in the policy. But he sold me a number of things that I didn't need, just because I sounded naive. It happens a lot. Anytime I have to deal with somebody face to face, there's a risk that people will treat me like a teenager and try to, doing when I'm doing odd jobs on Craigslist, or even negotiating at a formal job. People think they could just they could just pay me nothing basically because you're getting your first experiences, and unfortunately, I also love to socialize when I do these things, and sometimes it works to my detriment. But you know what? If I'm gonna live 1,000 years or even 300 years, so what? I could ride out these little bumps in the road, and gain even more experience that way. Oh, it's just a little bit insulting. I'm doing a good job on my body, and somebody treats me this way. But you know what? It's actually their problem, not mine. So I just want to point this out because a lot of people who are trying to anti-age might run into the same problem. Thanks for watching.